Boozer inside and the kickouts to Evans to shoot from three. I mean, Duke can beat you in so many different ways. That is why, look, we don't talk about this a whole lot, but if you look at those who make predictions about these sorts of things, this is the largest spread, so to speak, between the two teams going into the game in the Bill Self era at Kansas. I mean, that's what people think about this Duke team. Obviously, the injury to Peterson is playing a bit of piece of that, but that tells you something about what John Shire's group has done through the first 4 games of the season.
And just in general, I know we don't promote the betting lines too much, but Kansas being a 10.5-point underdog in this contest, forgetting a Duke game, how often has Kansas ever been a double-digit underdog in a contest, whether it's a big game or not? Certainly don't see that too often.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, I think it's been 25 years. And you have to go back Bill Self and what he's doing, and that to me, yes, like I said, the Peterson is a piece of it. But I was studying Duke coming into this game, and you think about what they've done and winning every game by double digits and only giving up 62 points once, and it was against Indiana State last time out, and they got a couple buckets late to get to 62. But they're doing this. We haven't had that prototypical Isaiah Evans make 7 threes game yet. That's coming. I mean, he's 9 of 26 on the year. Caleb Foster had 14 points last time out, but it feels like he could take even another step forward offensively. I say that they're doing all of this, and you can see clearly when you watch Duke play, the potential is there to be even significantly better than what they already are.
So we'll look and see if another step like that takes place here tonight. We did get a final a couple moments ago on this Michigan State-Kentucky contest, and for the Spartans, it was an 83-66 final. 83-66, Michigan State got that win in the first contest here, and three-point shooting was a big one for them in that contest. 11 made threes from a team that had only been making 4 per game, and certainly had it going here tonight from 3, from 2, and on the defensive boards and everywhere else. Well, the Blue Devils and the Jayhawks have now taken the floor here at Madison Square Garden, and we expect a tip-off coming up shortly after 9 o'clock, let's say 9:05 to 9:06, somewhere in that area. And we got a lot more to talk about to get there, so don't go anywhere. We'll continue in just a moment right here on our Reed's Jewelers Countdown to Tip-Off.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
People in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It's Bo time. Fumble in the food on game day? Rookie move. But Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you can say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Hey, Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. They're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke-UNC game on March the 7th. And you can give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725. Become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today. Live from Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City, it's the Reed Jewelers countdown to tip-off ahead of Duke versus Kansas in the second game of this year's State Farm Champions Classic. Blue Devils coming in at 4-0 and ranked number 5 nationally, while the Jayhawks are 3-1. And ranked number 24 nationally. Their one loss came to another ACC school on the road at Chapel Hill the first week of the regular season as they lost to North Carolina. All-time in the State Farm Champions Classic. This is the 15th year of it. The Blue Devils have a record of 8-6 in the previous 14 years, and they've got a winning record against Michigan State and Kentucky, but they haven't fared well against Kansas in this event. 1-3 in their previous 4 matchups with the Jayhawks here. So hoping to certainly add one to the winning ledger in today's contest. All-time against Kansas, beyond just the Champions Classic, Duke has a winning record of 8-7, and 6 of those games have been NCAA tournament games, including Final Fours in 1986 and 88, 91, including, of course, Duke beating Kansas for the Blue Devils' first national championship back in 1991. And they almost always play on neutral sites. 15 of those 15 games they've played each other, they've only had 1 in Lawrence and 1 in Durham. The rest have been all at neutral sites. So looking forward to these two teams squaring off once again on the neutral floor of Madison Square Garden here in New York City for Duke and Kansas. By the way, this event features 3 of the top 4 winningest programs in college basketball history, as Kentucky is the all-time winner in college basketball wins. Kansas is number 2 and Duke is number 4. So those are 3 of the 4 teams here in this event, which has been going on since the 2011-2012 season. And since then, all 4 of these squads have been in the Final Four at least once, and 3 have won national titles in that period alone. So always a high-stakes game, high-level performances, and looking forward to seeing that happen here again tonight. For the Blue Devils and the Kansas Jayhawks, we're counting it down to tip-off. We've got much more to go. Looking at tipping off probably right around 9:10 or so, and we'll have more when we continue in just a moment here on our Reed Jewelers countdown to tip-off.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care, and you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
it's going to be a really difficult schedule that we have to play, but these guys are up for the challenge.
Caleb on the right for three. Go in. Yes, sir.
So drive inside, floated to the big fella. And he rocks the rim. Goes back up. Oh! He reversed it home! How did he find the angle?
I've seen great hunger, which is what gives me great confidence for this team.
Into the paint, a lob to Pat! Oh, wow! What a punch! Boozer's driving the ship, and he rattles home a three! Cameron Boozer coming to life. There's Brown. Jumper up. Bang! He hits a three! From New York City, we welcome you to the 15th edition of the Champions Classic, the premier early season college basketball showcase. And tonight, the Blue Devils are set to battle the Jayhawks in an enticing November showdown. John Shire's group arrives at Madison Square Garden, having won each of their first 4 games by double digits, led by another elite freshman in Cam Boozer, fresh off a dizzying 35-point and 12-rebound double-double against Indiana State, a game that saw him also have 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and only 1 turnover. An absurd stat line that is becoming all too common for the 18-year-old out of Miami. Tonight, a new opportunity for Boozer and his teammates. For the first time this year, they will face a ranked opponent in Kansas. The Jayhawks boast elite freshmen of their own and an offense that is putting up more than 80 points per game. Undoubtedly a welcome challenge for a Blue Devil squad that has yet to give up more than 62 this season. It's Duke and Kansas in the State Farm Champions Classic, and off we go from the Garden.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield, this is Duke Basketball. Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. The Hilton Garden Inn, your home base near Duke University. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. Still ahead, keys to victory, starting lineups in the opening tip. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
It's time to go inside the Duke locker room with head coach John Shire. Presented by Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. Once again, here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
Duke and Kansas here tonight in the Champions Classic. And, Coach, just wanted to start with a thought on this event. The 15th edition, 5th time in Madison Square Garden. It does feel a little bit special when it's in this building.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, I think, what college basketball is all about. This event, 4 great programs. Been fortunate to be a part of a lot of these. I'm not sure how many, but great games. You learn a lot about your team, and it's an honor tonight to play against Kansas program and Bill Self.
To state the obvious, Cam Boozer is off to a really good start this season. I feel like when guys are off to a good start, people want to compare him to somebody else. I want to go to the other extreme. In your mind, what makes him unique?
Yeah, it's just the fact of his combination, right, of scoring, rebounding, defending, passing, steals, affecting the game in all different ways. And I think the unique part, like you said, we've had great players and all that, but he's doing it in his own way. And I love that for him. You know, I love that for our team. We have to continue to adjust to that, but I'm really proud of his competitive spirit that he plays with, and that's been contagious with our team.
You mentioned one of the things he does really well is share the basketball. You have 4 different guys with double digits assists already, 3 consecutive games with 20 or more assists. How are you guys doing that so effectively on the offensive end?
Well, I think we have high IQ players who understand how to play the game and embrace the fact that it's not about your scoring. The scoring doesn't necessarily translate into winning. And so it helps when you have some of your biggest guys or some of your best playmakers, and that's what we have. But I think basketball, it's a contagious sport. You play with a sticky ball. It's going to get stickier, and if you play with a ball that's moving and guys are getting others involved, I think that becomes more contagious, where it makes you as a teammate, when you see that happening, it makes you want to make that next right play.
Let's talk about Kansas a little bit. No Peterson here tonight, but still plenty of talent on this roster. They're only giving up about 60 points a game. What are you seeing from Bill Self's squad?
Well, I think their defense is really tough. They have great size, great experience, great physicality. Council puts really good pressure on the ball. You know, Trey White, we've played against multiple years. His physicality, Badunga, his ability to protect the rim. I mean, they have really good size across the board, and they make it hard on the paint. For us to get in there. And then I think this game, rebounding is obviously big in every game, but I think on both ends, this game, our competitive level to get second shots on offense and then to finish possessions with rebounds on defense is going to be everything.
You mentioned Madunga and his rim protection at the offensive end, 17 points a game. What's made him such a problem for everybody?
Well, he's a handful because he never stops. His dribble penetration from the perimeter, they run some post-up stuff for him to get seals and finishes inside. And if he gets, just a little separation, he's such a good athlete, it's going to be a dunk. So doing your work early against him and then being down in his stance is really important.
Finally, Coach, I'll let you go on this. Whether it be the Champions Classic, the NCAA tournament, the ebbs and flows, the emotional swings in a neutral site game. What goes into handling those and staying even keeled throughout?
Well, I think for our team, it's focusing on what we control. And there's the neutral site games or these types of environments. There can be more distractions or more things that you're thinking about when really the more simple that you make it, the guarding the ball, the finishing possessions, the things that you control. And we call the 98%. We really nail that home with our team. Our players talk about it, and it's where we put our focus and energy towards.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, you, mate.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your VIC card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
And welcome back inside Madison Square Garden as we get set for Duke and Kansas tonight. The Blue Devils number 5 in the most recent AP poll. The Jayhawks 24th. The Blue Devils are 4-0. Kansas is 3-1. This will mark the 16th all-time meeting between these two. The Blue Devils have won 8 of the previous 15. And with that, we welcome you inside Madison Square Garden. We see things from the mezzanine level. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Trip Hurd, our entire crew on hand. And John Roth, it should be, I know no Darren Peterson here tonight for Kansas, but it still should be some high-level basketball between these two teams, 2 of the most storied programs in the history of the sport.
Absolutely. These are 2 of the top 4 winningest teams in basketball history. Kansas is the 2nd winningest team, but Duke's the number 4 winningest team, and they always seem to play each other with a lot on the line, whether it's an NCAA tournament, some kind of a big neutral site event like this. I know they played in Maui before for the championship. That's when Duke and Kansas get together, it's a big-time event.
And undoubtedly the spotlight tonight will be on a freshman out of Miami. We're talking about Cameron Boozer, 22.5 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game. He was the co-ACC player and freshman of the week this week. He's already got 2 double-doubles. We'll talk about the 35-12 performance that he had last time out against Indiana State. He will be center stage here tonight, John Roth. All the attention will fall to him, and you've talked to him a couple times after games. I've talked to him throughout the preseason. He doesn't seem to care. He just goes out and plays.
Yeah, and he's one who really, you start asking him about the stuff that he's doing, and he doesn't really feel like he needs to say a whole lot. He wants to talk about what the team's doing. And when you talk about the team, he's leading the team in just about every category, from points to rebounds to assists to blocks to steals. He's doing, really, you can say he's doing it all so far, and it's really lifted this team, and they'll look for him to do that again tonight.
The Blue Devils, of course, have been really good in the Champions Classic. They've won 8 of their previous 14, 8-6 all time, including 3-1 here in New York City. But one of the teams they haven't had a ton of success against is Kansas. Half of their losses have come to the Jayhawks. 1-3 against Kansas in this event. In fact, the Blue Devils have lost their last couple against Kansas. Last year, of course, in Las Vegas. And the last time they met in the Champions Classic back in 2022, 69-64. So if you needed a little bit extra motivation for John Shire and company tonight as they go to work looking for a 5th consecutive win to start the season. We'll tip it off when you come back to Madison Square Garden.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift. It lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born, they're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's Bo time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Almost ready for tip-off from Madison Square Garden for Duke and Kansas. Before we send you back to New York City, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Blue Devil Sports Network. Tip-off coming up here in just a few minutes. Let's send it back to the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. Let's dive into our starting lineups. We'll begin with the Jayhawks. They're the designated visitors here tonight. Number 24, the most recent AP poll out yesterday. They are 3-1, fresh off a win over Princeton, 76-57. It's the second consecutive game that they played without their leading scorer, Darren Peterson. He was the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, averaging 21.5 points per game, dealing with what they're calling hamstring tightness. He will not play again here tonight. The rest of the starting five, though, will be number 14, Melvin Council Jr., senior guard, 6'4", 180 out of Rochester, New York. He's averaging 7 points per game. He's a transfer from St. Bonaventure. He was an All-A-10 third-team selection a year ago. Number 3 is Trey White, senior guard, 6'7", 215 out of Dallas, Texas, averaging 12 points per game. He's a transfer from Illinois. He's been basically everywhere. He committed to Kansas actually out of high school, ended up going to USC. Plenty of stops along the way, most recently at Illinois, and now he suits up for Bill Self. Number 7 is Cole Rosario. He's a freshman guard, 6'6", 200-pounder out of Miami, Florida. Averages just shy of 9 points per game, just shy of 4 rebounds per game. He reclassified to join this class in Lawrence. Number 15 is Bryson Tiller, freshman forward, 6'11", 240 out of Atlanta, Georgia. He likes to shoot the three. 7 of his 11 made field goals on the season have come from distance. He's been with the Jayhawks for a while, even though he's a freshman. Actually joined them before the spring semester last year and redshirted the rest of that season. Number 40 is Flory Bidunga, the sophomore forward, 6'10", 235 out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Is having a career year already, averaging 17 points and nearly 8 rebounds per game, and he also leads the Big 12 with 10 block shots on the season for head coach Bill Self. In his 23rd season at the helm in Lawrence, the associate head coach is Jeremy Case. The assistants, Curtis Townsend, Joe Dooley, Tony Bland, and Jock Vaughn. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, number 5 in the most recent AP poll, 4-0, coming off that 100-62 win over Indiana State, and they will roll out the same starting 5 here tonight.
Damesar, shooting guard, freshman. I'm from Italy, Oderzo, Italy.
Cameron Boozer, forward, freshman, Miami, Florida.
Isaiah Evans, shooting guard, sophomore, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Patrick Gungba II, center, sophomore, Manassas, Virginia. Caleb Foster, combo guard, junior, Harrisburg, North Carolina.
And John Roth, it's a group that's been playing really well for head coach Sean Shire in his 4th season at the helm. The associate head coaches are Chris Carwell and Emmanuel Dildy. The assistants, Evan Brads, Tyler Thornton, and the player development specialist is Jace McCain. Well, we're looking forward to what should be a really up-and-down affair. Both teams that like to score the basketball, but also two teams that can really defend. It'll be interesting to see who can control the tempo here tonight. I know the Blue Devils want to run. It'll be interesting to see what Kansas wants to do without Peterson.
Yeah, it certainly will be interesting. They do have a pretty highly talented roster like the Blue Devils do, and they can play multiple different styles in a contest. I think, defense is certainly, like the Blue Devils, something that they really want to be able to use to control a contest, and we'll see if that can turn out to be the case here tonight against this highly potent Duke offense that's been having some really high-scoring contests as of late.
Kind of throwback night, right, in terms of the jerseys between these two. For Kansas, we told you they are the designated road here tonight. They're wearing their tribute jerseys to their 1988 national championship team with Danny Manning on the squad, so they're wearing blue jerseys and shorts, some crimson numerals and lettering, some white mixed in there as well, a Jayhawk logo at the bottom of the shorts. Meanwhile, for John Shire's group, it's the Brotherhood jerseys we've become so accustomed to over the years, the home version. So white jerseys and shorts, Gothic text across their chest, and that crisp-looking navy blue for all the lettering and the numerals here tonight, with the Duke blue stripe down the side as well. Excuse me, navy blue stripe down the side. See, you get things crossed up here, but they do look sharp out there. An ode to the past, so to speak, as they face their first ranked test of the season.
That 1988 Kansas team that won the national championship, by the way, had to get past a Duke team that had a pretty famous Danny as well in the semifinals of the Final Four, Danny Ferry, and they were able to do that out of Kansas City, and they went on to win the national championship a couple of days later. So well remember how great Danny Manning was in that Final Four in 1988.
They can fit 19,812 inside Madison Square Garden. This is the first of two games the Blue Devils will play in this building this season. We'll be back in December to take on Texas Tech. Great crowd on hand. It always thins out a little bit right behind the team benches of the first game where Michigan State and Kentucky fans were sitting, but really good crowd. Should be a fun atmosphere here tonight between Duke and Kansas. And it'll be Patrick Gungba to jump it off opposite, I would imagine, Bryson Tiller, but we'll see. He's the tallest player for Kansas that's going to start. This is kind of a mixed officiating crew. You get one representative from either conference representing the ACC. Bert Smith, a familiar face for us. Big 12, Kip Kissinger. And then you get a neutral party, I guess you'd say. And John Gaffney out of the Big East is going to lead our officiating crew here tonight. All three regulars deep into the NCAA tournament. One final huddle for Kansas across the way as we see things across from the team benches at the mezzanine level here at the Garden. Patrick Gungba's ready to go. How about for Big Pat? 3 of his 4 career double-figure rebounding games have come this year. Didn't have double figures against Indiana State. And a little bit of a surprise. It'll be Bidunga to jump it off against Gungba. Great to have you with us. 15th edition of the Champions Classic. The Blue Devils looking for their 9th win in the event, and they start by controlling the opening tap. And it'll be Caleb Foster to bring it across midcourt, right to left as we see things across from the team benches. Gungba catch up top, looking to the right. Nothing doing, goes inside, Boozer wide open, and he lays it in softly with 2 hands. Nice screening up top, and Cam Boozer has the first bucket of the night. And it'll be Council to initiate the offense for Kansas. Works his way to the right, lobs it inside Bidunga. Some 17 feet out catches, looking to go back to the left for Council, having a hard time. Now he's got it. Sarr there defensively. Blue Devils man-to-man as you would expect. Swing it further to the left. Now bring it up top is Trey White. A handoff for Rosario. Swings it low, down low Bidunga. 6 to shoot. In traffic, fed it to Council. Can't hit the jumper. And the rebound for Kansas. A fresh 20 for Bidunga. Waiting, trying to back down Gungba. Steps through, tough 2. Got the roll. Kind of shoveled it up there, and Flory Bidunga has the first bucket for Kansas. The Blue Devils already down the floor, and Isaiah Evans rips the cords off the left. He hits a 3. 5-2 a minute in. In the blink of an eye, they come down the floor and strike one from deep. Up top, White fed it inside Bidunga. One-on-one with Gungba. Sends it back up top. Council deflected, came back to Bidunga, and now Sarr's on him. A driving lane on Boozer and a punch. Flory Bidunga has all 4 of the points for Kansas, and they're back within 1.
Just went right at Cameron Boozer, right at the rim, and flushed it.
Smart decision by Cam at the end. You don't want to pick up a cheap foul there. Just let him go. As he had position, as Gungba has it up top. Looking inside, nothing there. One dribble, shoveled it off for Isaiah Evans. Now back for Gungba. Handoff to Isaiah, already with 1-3. Back to Gungba. They're playing catch up top. Gungba looking to the left. There's Caleb Foster, 5 to shoot. Got to make it happen. Lobs it down low, and it's stolen by Rosario. Cutting in front of Patrick Gungba. In transition, the Blue Devils recover pretty well. They lob it inside. That pass deflected. Came to Tiller, steps through, and Kansas dunks it down for their first lead of the night, 6-5. The Blue Devils quickly across midcourt. Here's Isaiah Evans for the trailer, Patrick Gungba. 2 minutes gone. Lively start at both ends of the floor. Pat, a handoff for Evans. Already with 1-3. Thought about another. Instead, fed it to Pat. Going to work down low. Bodied up. Looking for space. Not there. Back up top for Boozer. 10 on the timer. Going to work on Bidunga. Drives him. Slips. Lost the basketball. The other way, it's White for Rosario. Back to White. Going in to lay it in. And Kansas leads by 3.
Kansas going points in the paint on his first 3 possessions and then getting a transition basket to go up 8-5.
They've scored the last 6, 2.5 minutes in. Caleb Foster looks to the left, trying to get it to Boozer. He's got it now. Bidunga all over him. To Gungba, and now Caleb has it on the right. Bodied up by Council. Bounces one to the baseline. Here comes a double team to the cutter. Gungba steps through. Off the window and in with the left hand. Pat has his first field goal. And they're back within 1. As across midcourt comes Council. Comes off of a screen up top, trying to get back to the left. Shovel to the corner. Tiller a 3. Short. The rebound kicks out. White, another offensive rebound for Kansas. He's got it on the left. Looking up top, not there. Into the corner it goes, and Tiller now back up top for Council. Waiting, shoveled it over to the right. Bidunga right back for Council. Saar recovers underneath the screen. Now Council will jump up. Offline on the jumper. Boozer has the rebound. An outlet pass trailing by 1. Isaiah Evans on the right side of the floor. Leaves it for Caleb Foster. Now Boozer has it up top. Cam looking over this Kansas Jayhawk defense. Caleb has it now. 17 to shoot. For Gungba. Looking inside. Not there. Puts it on the deck. Shovels it to the left. Boozer thought about a 3. 10 to shoot. Still thinking about it. Fed Dame Saar. Looking inside. Not there. Caleb's open in the corner and hits a 3 off the left. Something about Caleb Foster in the Champions Classic. He strokes a 3, and Duke has the lead 10 to 8.
2 threes in the corner.
Caleb had 18 in that game against Michigan State in Chicago a couple years ago. As it comes back up top for Trey White. Evans there defensively. Drives. Dumps it off inside. Bidunga finishes in traffic. He's already got 6. Back and forth we go. Tied at 10. 4 minutes in.
Trey White, a great playmaker for them. Found a perfect angle to make that pass.
Foster lobs it to the left. Pat. Room on the perimeter, finds a curler and Evans right into the paint. Steps through, puts it off the window, didn't get the roll, trying to get his own rebound, could not. Out of there with it is White for Kansas. In transition, a shoulder into Saar, drives inside, scoops and scores. And Trey White has 4, and Kansas leads 12 to 10. 4.5 minutes in.
Jayhawks not hesitating to push the pace thus far.
Already, there's 6 fast break points in the ball game. Half of their points have come in transition. Foster lobs it for Boozer, trying to control it, just did along the left sideline. Now back up top for Gungba, and Caleb's got it again. Looking inside, lobs it for Boozer, 15 feet out on the right. 10 to shoot, going to work on Bidunga, drives him, steps through, off the window, no, and the rebound for Kansas and Tiller. In transition, on the left it's Council, a crossover into the paint, floats, and can't hit. Wild shot off the left side of the backboard, and here come the Blue Devils right to left. Foster for Boozer, left side 3, no, and the weak side rebound for White. The Blue Devils now 4 of their first 8 from the field, with 14:40 to play in the half. Up top, a touch for Council. Coming off of a screen to the left. At the elbow, forced it up, took the contact, counted in a foul. Kind of flung a prayer up there, and he'll have a chance for 3 when we come back. 14:34 to go in the opening half. Kansas with the early lead. It's 14 to 10.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
College athletes are more than competitors. They're leaders, creators, and storytellers. Through True Blue TV, your business can work with top Duke NIL student athletes to build authentic content and real brand connections. From digital campaigns to social storytelling, True Blue TV helps create content that connects Duke student athletes and businesses like yours, creating partnerships that matter on and off the field. Work with Duke NIL athletes. Build your brand. Partner with True Blue TV today at truebluetv.com.
We're back in New York City, 14:34 to play in the opening half. The Blue Devils trailing by 4, 14 to 10. Don't forget, when we get to December, to check out Duke All Access with head coach Sean Shire. Comes your way Sundays at noon on ABC 11. And don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make it your own from ABC 11. Eyewitness News. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios tonight. As always, is Trip Hurd. I told you this is the 16th meeting between these two. 9th straight when both are ranked in the top 25. The Blue Devils are 5th. Kansas is 24th. And the last 5 meetings have been awfully close. Decided by a combined 16 points. In fact, if you look at the last 10, there's only been one game that was decided by double digits. John Roth kind of speaks to the caliber of the two programs.
It certainly does. Two of the top 4 or 5 programs in college basketball history, and they're showing it here when they play each other. And off to a fast start here for the Kansas Jayhawks in particular in this contest. David, every basket they've scored so far has been right at the goal. The first 3 possessions, they went inside and got standard kind of post position and scored baskets underneath, and then they went 3 straight possessions where they scored fast break points. So all their points, all 14 of their points have been scored right at the rim. As we get back to action, they're going to be actually trying to get their 15th point at the free throw line.
And it'll be Council to shoot it. He's 4 of 6 at the line this year. The senior out of Rochester, New York, played last year for St. Bonaventure. 23 assists and only 6 turnovers entering the night for him. And now he's already got 1 tonight, so 24 assists on the season as he completes the 3-point play. And Kansas has their biggest advantage of the ballgame so far, 15-10, with 14:30 to play in the half. Caleb Foster up top, trying to find Caden Boozer, who's up off the bench. Also out there for the first time, Malik Brown and Nicholas Haminya. In the left corner, Foster, that's his spot. Can't hit the 3 this time. They fight for the rebound. Kansas has it with Tiller. As Council will come across midcourt, slow it down, leading by 5. Kansas has gone to the bench. Jaden Dawson is out there for the first time as White gets a touch over here on the right. And now Dawson has it on the left, swings it further for Council. The Blue Devils crash at him, a double team. Had to pick it up, sends it back up top for Dawson, now to the right and White. 5 to shoot. Inside it goes. Brown all over Bidunga. 2 to shoot. Trying to back him down. Spins to the middle. Threw it out of bounds. The effect of Malik Brown already on full display.
Certainly so that time. He dropped right onto the ball as soon as it came anywhere down low towards the post and really forced the pass back outside of the perimeter, which was errant and turned into the turnover.
The senior out of Culpeper, Virginia. As Caden Boozer bring it across midcourt, trailing by 5. Bounces one for Brown at the top of the key. Drifts to the right. There's Caleb Foster now. Brown open in the corner. They left him from 15 feet. Shoveled it cross court. Haminya had to catch it and sends it inside for Boozer. Back inside to Brown. What a feed from Boozer. Off the window and in. Those two have instincts that you just can't teach, and they're back within 3.
Boozer out on the left wing and just spotted Malik rolling towards the basket and rifled it in there.
Here's White for Kansas off of a screen, trying to feed it back inside. Nothing doing. Sends it back up top. Dawson over to the left. A little jab step for Council. Dancing, looking for space. Can't get by Boozer. Back up top it comes for Tiller. White swings it low, 10 to shoot. Foster all over him. Over to the right it goes in Dawson. An airborne feed for White for 3. Way offline. The rebound tap controlled by Caden Boozer. And across midcourt, 1-on-3. Right to the rim, steps through. A lot of contact. They say it was blocked cleanly out of bounds. So the Blue Devils will keep it with 26 to shoot.
Caden Boozer got that ball, and he really saw nothing but Jayhawk jerseys around him, but still thought to be aggressive and went right to the rim. Had a nice move to get around Council at the end.
And Caden will cue it in. Left baseline, right side of the hoop. Finds Foster. Caleb picked up his dribble, needs some help. Bounces one for Malik Brown. Bidunga there defensively. Looking to the left, whips it inside. What a find to Cam Boozer off the window. No. Oh, man, what a beautiful pass from Malik Brown, but they couldn't finish. Here comes Kansas across midcourt. Into the left corner, it's Dawson for 3. Good. And Kansas leads by 6. Jaden Dawson was 4 of 14 from 3 coming in. That's his 5th of the season. Brown to the right, and a quick first step for Caleb Foster. Got to the baseline, put it off the window, no. Boozer there to get the rebound, and he's fouled on the way back up and will shoot 2. And the foul will be on Bidunga, and that's his first.
Yeah, the Blue Devils defensively had a breakdown, left Dawson wide open in the corner on that last defensive sequence, and he had time to measure that shot and knocked it in. Their first made 3 of the contest.
And as Cameron Boozer heads to the line, we remind you that Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in tonight's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local college food pantry or food bank. And Boozer strong on the first attempt. And I'll leave him with 1. As we see Bidunga leave for the first time. Tiller returns. Rosario out there for Kansas, as is Elmarco Jackson for the first time. Trey White. And it looks to be Dawson that will stay. Boozer's second free throw is good. We'll set the lineup for John Shire's group as well. We told you Nicholas Jaminez out there, the freshman out of Los Angeles. Patrick Gunga's back in, the sophomore out of Manassas, Virginia. Isaiah Evans as well, as Cameron Boozer will head out. Caden Boozer will stay, as will Malik Brown. So Duke down by 5, 18-13, just underway. We approach 12 minutes to play in the first half. White off of a screen up top. Caden Boozer there defensively. Over to the left it goes, and Dawson now further into the corner, and Jackson. 12 to shoot. Brings it to the top of the key. Wants to drive Isaiah Evans. Got a step. Floats from 8 feet. And too strong on the jumper. And the rebound for Caden Boozer. He'll bring it across midcourt. Whip it to the right. Brown further to the right. Jaminez. A baseline drive. Backing things down inside on Tiller. Steps through and reversed it home. What a nice move inside for Nicholas Jaminez. And he brings the Blue Devils back within 3. 18-15, 11:37 to play in the half. Here's White at the top of the key. Steps closer from 17 and knocks down a jumper. Trey Wright was 6 already. Average 12 a game coming in, and he brings Kansas's lead back to 5, 20-15. Caden Boozer for Malik Brown. Over to the right, Isaiah Evans gets a touch. Comes off a couple of screens, bodied up, fought through it, looking for space. Thinking about 3. Instead, he'll drive White. Got inside, took the contact, count it, and he'll do it the old-fashioned way. How about that drive for Isaiah Evans, and he's got a free throw coming as well.
Isaiah knocked down a 3 earlier for his first points of the day, and now goes inside into the paint. A very acrobatic move to finish it off under contact.
A foul on White will be his first and chase us to a timeout. 11:14 to play until the break. The Blue Devils are back within 3. It's 20-17.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Inside Madison Square Garden, the Blue Devils down by 3, 20-17, 11-14 to play in our first half. And Duke basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Speaking of enjoying yourself, Duke in the Garden. This is the 61st game. 42-18 the record, winning 70% of the time. Duke has won 8 straight, 9 of the last 10 here. And this is John Shire's 28th game as both a player and a coach. 22-5, John Roth. Wow.
Player, and I remember a couple of his games as a player as well. He really shone brightly here when the Blue Devils were in the preseason NIT his senior year and won it. I think he was the MVP of that event, and a couple other those neutral site games that he played in. But, oh yeah, John Shire's the guy.
Out of the timeout, Isaiah Evans able to complete the three-point play and bring the Blue Devils back within 2. They've trailed by as many as 6 here in the early going, led by as many as 3. Over to the left, Council, now Rosario. Bounces one back up top. Bidunga waits, hands it off. Council looking for a drive, got inside, dumped it off underneath for Rosario, cutting to the hoop for an easy dunk.
got behind the Blue Devil defense and came charging in from the baseline.
Kansas already with 6 assists in the ballgame on their 10 makes from the field. On the right, Isaiah Evans back for Caden Boozer. Lob it back to the left, Isaiah again. Back up top, Brown. Now Isaiah really active off the ball. Fed it back to Brown, spinning inside, knocked loose, stolen by Kansas. In transition, it's Council. Can't get by Evans. He'll wheel out and wait for help. Rosario looking to the left. The Blue Devils have turned it over now 3 times already. Council looking inside, not there. Fed it over to the right, Rosario. Gungba doing battle with Bidunga. Went cross court. A good look from 3 on the left. Wouldn't go out of the hands of Dawson. And here's Isaiah Evans with the rebound. So the Blue Devils down by 4 as we approach the midway point of the half. Isaiah jumps up. Rattled out a 3 at the top of the key. And the rebound for Rosario. Kansas across midcourt with the 4-point lead. Rosario trying to add to it. Can on the left. And Haminia this time cleared the miss. Right to left they come in transition. As expected, a breakneck pace to this one. Caden Boozer off of a screen set by Gungba. Whips one to the left. Brown. Into the corner it goes, and Haminia. He'll jump up from 3, and it wouldn't go. The rebound for Bidunga. The Blue Devils 2 of 6 from outside to start. On the left, Council got a step on Caden Boozer, got it knocked loose, got it back, missed the layup though, and Gungba has the rebound. Caden Boozer wants to push the pace down by 4. Now he'll wait for help. Cross court, Haminia into the corner. Brown sets the feed, can't hit a 3. And the rebound for Council in Kansas. The Blue Devils just can't buy a bucket right now. Down by 4. Into the left corner it goes, in Dawson for the Jayhawks. Now back up top for Council. Nearly walked, trying to shovel one over to the right of Rosario. Between the legs, can't get by Brown. Oh, this time he did nearly turn it over. Isaiah Evans trying to take it away to the deck to try to save it, and it's out of bounds to Kansas.
Isaiah did everything he could to try to control that ball, rolling around out on the floor, tipping it, poking it, trying to pick it up, and just I think it went off of his foot before he could grab it the last time.
You love the effort, though.
Oh, yeah.
He'll stay out there. Fresh troops coming in. Dame Sarr, the freshman out of Oderzo, Italy, onto the floor. Caleb Foster is back, the junior out of Harrisburg, North Carolina. Cam Boozer's back on the floor. Evans and Gungba will stay. And Kansas with 10 to shoot will inbound in backcourt along the left sideline. And we hit 9 minutes to play in the half. Duke down 22-18. Council on the right. Weaving into the paint. Floats. Missed it badly. Off the backboard and out for Dame Sarr. Let's see if the Blue Devils can get the offense going. Shooting 41% from the field right now. Caleb Foster with the basketball. Looking to the left. Holding it out near the center court logo. Sends it for Cameron Boozer now. And back up top for Gungba. Waits, looks to the left, nothing doing. Dribbles to the right, hands it off for Cameron Boozer. Curling, looking for the pick and roll, not there. To the left, Isaiah Evans had it taken away. Dawson a theft. In transition, lobs it up and dunk it down for Flory Bidunga. And the head coach of the Blue Devils, John Shire, calls for time. It'll extend to a full 8:23 to play till halftime. Duke trails by 6, 24-18.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
8:23 to go in the opening half. The Blue Devils trail by 6, 24-18. As we remind you that Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by the FanDuel Sports Network. It's your home for your home teams. Watch all the big hits, big shots, big goals, all in one place. For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long. Well, one of the storylines through the first 4 games of the season for John Shire's group, the opposition averaging 10.5 assists per game and 16.3 turnovers. They've had more turnovers than assists in every game so far this season. But John Roth, Kansas has turned that upside down. They've had 7 assists and just 1 turnover.
Yeah, they absolutely have. It's been a winning formula for them thus far. And the Blue Devils, you just mentioned the numbers they've had so far. They've just got 5 assists and 4 turnovers. So far, they've got 5 assists on their 7 made field goals, but have not really connected enough, obviously, on the offensive end. And as well, the pace of this game has been pretty entertaining. But Kansas has certainly maybe made it more entertaining for their fans with an 11-3 edge in those fast break points so far. So those Duke turnovers and rebounds have certainly fed that Kansas fast break thus far.
And Kansas with already 18 of their 24 points in the paint. One of the big reasons they're shooting much better, 52% from the field, 11 of 21, while the Blue Devils are at 41%. And out of the timeout, it'll be Darren Harris out there for the first time, the sophomore out of Herndon, Virginia, alongside Dame Sarr, Caleb Foster, Cameron Boozer, and Patrick Gungba. Foster across midcourt, trailing by 6. Weaves his way to the left. Got to the left side of the paint. Kicks to the right. Harris up top. Boozer now. He wants to drive on White. Behind the back with a dribble. Got inside. Trying to step through. Hesitates. Goes up. And got the roll. So the Blue Devils get inside and get a bucket. Boozer's got 5 and they're back within 4.
And gotta like Cameron's patience on that play. Lots of head fakes. Lots of movement. Just looking for the right point to launch that shot.
Dawson for Kansas. Back up top. Rosario now. Comes off of a screen to the left. Fed it further into the corner and Council. Wants to drive. Foster can't turn the corner. Switches back to the left. Jumps up from 3. Can't hit. The rebound for Dame Sarr. A chance to get a little bit closer, down by 4. Dame across midcourt. Little hesitation dribble. All the way to the rack. Knocked loose out of bounds. And they say Dame Sarr had it go off of him last.
Dame made a nice move to split 2 defenders that time to get to the basket.
Oh, that did not go off of him.
It looked like Dawson slapped it out of bounds as Sarr was going up to shoot that layup.
You obviously can challenge that, but you only get 1 unless you get it right. And risky to use it this early in the ball game. So the Blue Devils down by 4, and here comes Kansas across midcourt. Council for the Jayhawks. Off of a screen set by Bidunga. Sends it over to the right. Dawson, now back up top it comes. Into the arms of Jackson. Sarr there defensively. 12 to shoot. Over to the right, it's White. Bounces one up top, Bidunga, and now White. Trying to drive Gungba, and he drew a foul. And for Patrick, that'll be his first. And Kansas to the line, as they're going to say it was on the shot. Trey White, 77% at the free throw line this year. Kansas was told you really good defensively. They only give up about 60 points per game. They held Princeton last time out. Now, Princeton doesn't run the most breakneck offense, but without a fast break point. First time they did that since they did it to Howard last year in November. As White at the free throw line already with 6 points, and now 7 as he hits the first.
Of course, both these teams very similar in the points they allowed so far. I mean, Duke's allowed just 59 points a game, and Kansas just 60 in the early going thus far.
The senior out of Dallas, Texas, trying to build the lead to 6 for Kansas. On the way. Got them both. And Caleb Foster, trailing by 6, will bring it across midcourt. Works his way to the left sideline, looking inside for Cam Boozer. Feeds it to him now. Here comes a double team. Cam looking for space. Steps through, cross court. Somehow he found Sarr. Now Harris is open up top. He'll drive, got inside, fouled from behind on the shot or on the drive. We'll see. I think they're going to say, well, we'll see. I think they're going to say on the floor. John Shire saying it was shooting. And now John Gaffney's going to ask Kissinger what he thinks. And now they're going to say it's on the floor.
I would say if they did they call it on Jackson?
Yeah.
If they called it on Jackson, I would agree. He kind of grabbed him from behind as he was driving through the lane.
So off the inbound, they get it to Caleb Foster to the right. Harris wide open for 3, and it won't go. An offensive rebound, though, for Gungba, and he threw it off of Trey White to keep the possession. Heady play by Pat inside.
Yeah, he had nowhere else to go with that ball, so nice that he could find a defender to throw it off of and get the possession back.
Blue Devils, though, just 2 of 8 from outside to start. A team that shoots it at a 38% clip from 3. Cam Boozer with one inside for Gungba. Triple team, goes up, can't score, got his own rebound, and they say the foul was on the initial shot. Man, you would have loved him just to let it go because he put it up, but it is the second foul on Flory Bidunga, and that is a huge problem for Kansas.
Very few fouls in this game, but a couple of them on a very key player for the Jayhawks.
Their leading scorer that's available tonight, no Darren Peterson, the talented freshman for them dealing with hamstring tightness. He's also their leading rebounder.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 17 a game. Big time rebound score, and then almost 8 rebounds a game.
And Gungba, who's 9 of 12 at the line this year, will shoot 2. And the first one is good. And Bidunga will have a seat with 6:40 to play in the half. So we'll keep an eye on that with his 2 fouls. He's got 8 of the 26 for Kansas. Their leading scorer right now alongside Trey White.
Bidunga 10 out of 11 from the field in that last game against Princeton.
As Pat knocks down a pair. That's impressive until you know that Boozer was 13 of 16. In all 3 of his misses, he got the offensive rebound and scored.
So they both had pretty good weekends. Yeah.
Duke is back within 4, 26-22. Gungba's going to get a breather. Malik Brown's back out there. Back to the top of the key, it's Council. Now White gets a touch. Dribbles to the left, leaves it for Dawson, and now back up top for Jackson. Council on the right, fed it inside. Tiller, one-on-one with Brown, 12 to shoot, trying to back him down. Spins once, twice. Brown nearly knocked it loose, back outside for Council. Boozer on him, drives, wild shot off the backboard. Boozer has the rebound. And here comes Caleb Foster across midcourt, trailing boy 4. Caleb into the paint, weaving through traffic, got all the way inside, high off the window and in. Caleb Foster has 5, and this time it's Bill Self who wants a break. Let's break for 30. 6:06 to play till halftime. The Blue Devils are back within 2. It's 26-24.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care, and you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
And we're back inside Madison Square Garden. The Blue Devils have fought their way back within 2. 6:06 to play here in the first half. It's 26-24. And John Roth, it's become a feature of John Shire's team that, we saw this a little bit against Texas. Sometimes the offense isn't as crisp as they'd like it to be, but the defense is so consistent. They're right there, even when the offense maybe isn't where they want it to be.
Yeah, because that's what's happened here over the last few moments. Kansas had that 24-18 lead. That's been only 2 minutes ago. And the Blue Devils since then have really played a little bit better defense, and Kansas has been turning the ball over, but they've missed 6 of their last 7 shots against that Duke defense. And while that's going on, the Blue Devil offense has made enough inside to make it a 2-point game.
See if the defense can come up with another stop as Council brings it across midcourt. Looking to the left, White gets a touch. Faces up at the top of the key, trying to drive Caleb Foster. Can't get by, steps through, another tough shot. This one wouldn't go. Offensive rebound Kansas, though, and Tiller. Council has it now. Back up top, Trey White. Dribbles to the right. Looking for a screen, gets it from Tiller. Brown has him on a switch. Now over to the left it goes. Whistle and a foul off the ball on the Blue Devils, I believe. I think they're going to get Caleb Foster dealing with Tiller inside, and that'll be the second on Caleb. Only 3 team fouls for the Blue Devils. Same store, Kansas has been whistled for 4. Just very few fouls here in the opening half.
Yeah, that was a little bit of just a jersey tug by Caleb Foster.
Giving away a bunch of height. Trying to find a way to play post defense.
Yeah.
As Kansas having a hard time getting it in. Oh, Rosario nearly shuffled the pivot feet up top trying to catch it. And now Trey White has it. Off of a screen to the right. Boozer has him on a switch. Dancing with him. Crossed him over. Got inside. Tough scoop. Oh, wow. A foul called on Darren Harris as he threw it off the underside of the backboard. The definition of a bailout, and free throws coming for Kansas. I don't agree, John Roth.
Oh, boy. Darren Harris couldn't have really done much else other than maybe not leave his feet, but he looked pretty vertical and stopped progress.
John Gaffney saying the official made the call that Darren Harris's arms weren't vertical. Now we have the benefit of a replay, but that wasn't the case.
Right, yeah.
As White able to hit the free throw. He's got 9.
And sometimes they kind of move him at the end as well. He didn't really do that either. But
a lot of times you'll see officials won't give you that call, especially when the quality of the shot is so poor. It was just kind of a desperation attempt from White. But he's got a chance to be the first in the double figures with the second free throw, which is on the way. And good.
You know, White, last time he played the Blue Devils, he played right here in this building for Illinois and had a double-figure game, 16 points when he was playing for the Fighting Illini against Duke last February here.
He's got Kansas up by 4. Here's Cameron Boozer, double-teamed inside to the right. Harris and now Dame Sarr on the drive, in on Council, steps through, a lot of contact, counted in a foul. Dame Sarr just fought through it all, and he'll have a chance for 3.
And Mike could call 2 people for fouls on that one.
They're going to give it to Melvin Council. Dame Sarr's first field goal, and now a free throw trying to make it a 1-point game.
Dame Sarr just tough, going through that congestion.
Dame, 8 of 15 at the line this year with his first attempt of the ball game. Right-handed free throw shooter. Sends it on the way. And it wouldn't go. The rebound for Malik Brown. Bounce it outside for Caden Boozer. And a foul on Kansas reaching in. It's Rosario. And that is team foul number 6 on the Jayhawks. The Blue Devils in the bonus the rest of the way. But how about Malik Brown battling inside? And now you got a chance at perhaps a 4 or 5 point possession. Trailing by 2. Cam Boozer lobs it in for Brown on the right sideline. Back up top, Caden Boozer now. Looking inside for Cam. It's not there. Off of a curl, it's Harris. Through a double team in the paint. Back outside, Caden Boozer. Bobbled it. Nearly lost it. He did. Out of there with it is White. In transition, 3-on-1. A cut to the left, and they lost it out of bounds. Kansas gave it right back with Council, their second turnover.
They just got in too much of a hurry that time, and as Council was trying to think about going in for this shot, just lost control and went off his foot.
You see it so often, even at the high level we're seeing here tonight. Guys get so amped up in a transition opportunity and just lose sight of their spacing, and it looked like that was the case for Council there. See if the Blue Devils take advantage, trailing by 2. Boozer bounce pass to the baseline. Cam Boozer now going to work inside. A little bully ball blocked from behind, though. White got a hand on it, out of bounds. Last touch by Kansas. It'll stay on this end with 17 to shoot.
Boozer might have even slapped that ball against White as he tried to retrieve the rebound.
It certainly was the case. Got a hand on it off the leg of White and out of bounds. So, didn't feel sorry for himself after the block shot. Kept playing and saved the possession. Now Caden Boozer lobs it for Brown off the inbound. Sends it to the right. Cameron Boozer thought about a 3. Got the defender airborne. Goes inside. Another block shot, but this time a foul from Tiller. It'll be Cameron Boozer shooting 2.
Good job with the shot fake initially. He was out on the perimeter and put the shot fake on, then put the ball on the floor and opened up the drive for him where he drew the contact.
So Boozer's got 5, talking about Cameron. And he's back to the line. And tonight he's 1 out of 2. Knock them both down, you can tie the game. And the first one is on the way. And good. We had that breakneck pace earlier. Feels like it's ground a little bit here in the midway point of the half.
With about 11, 12 minutes to go in this game, we were on track for possibly a 90-point game or so. We're not on track for that right now.
We are tied, though. Boozer knocks down a pair. 28 all, 4:40 to play in the half, and here come the Blue Devil faithful at the Garden. Up top, it's Jackson for Kansas. Over to the left now. White bounces one inside for Tiller. Waiting, trying to back down Brown. Steps through, tough 2. No, the rebound for Cameron Boozer. An outlet for Sarr, hunting the lead. On the right, it's Harris. Steps to the left, into the paint. Scooped it up, he'll shoot 2. The Blue Devils attacking the rim and getting rewarded with free throws. They haven't led since it was 10-8 with 16-12 to play in the half, and Darren Harris trying to give them the lead at the line.
Yeah, as you say, the word is attack. That's certainly what they've been doing here over the last couple of moments. They've just looked to pound the ball into the paint. and has rewarded them with several chances now at the free throw line. Darren Harris, the latest.
And also the second guy with 2 fouls for Kansas is Tiller, as the first free throw for Harris is good, and they've got the lead. That's a problem for the Jayhawks because size. Tiller's at 6'11". Bidunga's been on the bench since the 6:40 mark. When he picked up his second, it looks like they're going to bring in Paul Mbiya, the freshman out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. He's actually from the same hometown as Bidunga, from Kinshasa. And he will come in. With 4:16 to play in the half, Tiller will have a seat. See if Darren can stretch the lead to 2, and he does. 30-28. Kansas doesn't have a field goal in more than 4 minutes. We approach 4 minutes to play in the half. Rosario on the left. Can't change that. Missed a 3. They fight for the rebound. Kansas has it. Inside, stepping through. Knocked loose by Brown. Kansas got it back. Knocked loose again. Tapped out. Council's got it. And Mbiya having a hard time holding on to the basketball inside. White now. Brown got another deflection out to midcourt. Here's White. 5 to shoot. Wants to drive. Got inside. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Brown. Oh, they're going to count that. Heavy continuation here at an NBA arena in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, boy. Malik Brown, for the first few seconds of that possession, 3 different deflections, and then gets called for a foul at the end.
Timeout on the floor. 3:48 to play till halftime. We're tied at 30.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at 2 Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at 2menandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Trip Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. Duke and Kansas knotted at 30 at the under 4 timeout. A couple of quick scores from the ACC. In progress, SMU leads Arkansas Pine Bluff 103-52 as SMU looks to go to 5-0 on the season. Also in progress right now, Syracuse leading Monmouth 31-26. They've got 2:31 left before the halftime break there. Now, let's send it back to John Roth, who has some first-half stats.
Check out a couple of the interesting numbers here with 30-30 score and 3:48 to go until halftime. And for the Blue Devils, both teams hitting in the low 40% from the field. Duke at 45 and Kansas at 43. Neither team has lit it up from three-point range either. Duke 2 out of 8 and Kansas 1 out of 7. For the Blue Devils, a very balanced scoring attack so far. Cameron Boozer leads the way with 7, but Evans has 6, and Foster has 5, and Gongba has 4, so lots of balance there. On the other side, White is the leader with 12 out of their 30 points on 4 out of 7 shooting. I guess one of the big things so far, fast break points, 11-7 in favor of Kansas, and points in the paint as well, 20-16 in favor of Kansas. David, as we go back to the free throw line with Trey White.
Looking for his 13th point, trying to complete the three-point play. And the right-handed free throw shooter finally missed one. First miss for Kansas at the line. So we stay tied at 30, and here's Caden Boozer across midcourt with his brother Cam, Isaiah Evans, Dame Sarr, and Patrick Gungba out there. Trying to grab the lead. Caden top of the key. Weaves to the right, back to the left. It's Evans. Into the left corner. Sar 3. Rattled off. The rebound tapped out by Gungba, and a foul on Kansas. We'll see who they ticketed to. It'll be on Trey White, and that is his second. And 1-1 coming up for Patrick Gungba on team foul number 9 for the Jayhawks.
Blue Devils 8 out of 10 from the free throw line here in this first half. Trying to break the tie again. They've done that at the free throw line earlier.
Oh, the horn sounds as Gungba was getting ready to shoot his free throws. And Bert Smith, one of the officials, over talking to the scores table. Let's see what that conversation's about. And it's going to allow Kansas a free substitution. Jamari McDowell, the redshirt sophomore out of Houston, Texas, redshirted last year after playing 31 games this freshman season. He wasn't going to get in, but now he will, as Trey White will have a seat with those 2 fouls. And now it looks like we're ready for the 1-1 for Patrick Gungba. And the first one is good. I will say this. I mean, I get the in-venue experience, but the PA announcer's talking while guys are trying to shoot a free throw.
Yeah, that's one of the sounds that's not supposed to be happening.
Right?
That and the bands.
Second free throw. Rattled off. So the lead is 31-30. 3.5 minutes to go, so especially in a neutral atmosphere. Right, yeah. That's for both teams. On the left, they swing it to the right. Up top, Jackson with it. Marco Jackson sends it further to the right. And now McDowell has it. Looking to the left. Whistle. He traveled, I think. Yep. An extra step.
It took a second for everyone to realize, wait a minute, he just took an extra step. Late whistle, but came in time to get the Blue Devils a possession.
And we tiptoe our way towards halftime. Possession by possession the last 6-7 minutes or so. I guess we're on the Garden. The PA announcer talking does kind of have that feel of what you see in the NBA where there's always something going on in the background.
Yeah, true.
So it fits. Caden Boozer on the left, bounces one to the baseline. Gungba going to work inside. Huge height advantage, and he scores.
Oh, wow.
Little push shot from 6 feet out on the right. Gungba's got 7 now, and the lead is 33-30. 3 minutes to go in the half. Weaving to the right, McDowell. Tried to feed it further, try Council, nearly walked. They say he didn't have possession. That's why the whistle didn't go. Here's Council wanting to drive to the left on Caden Boozer. Left side of the paint. Back outside, Rosario. The 3 was blocked by Evans. Now the outlet pass to Isaiah. On the attack! He throws it down with 2 hands. Timeout, Kansas! Duke out and running. We break for 30. They lead by 5.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Okay. Weaving to the right, McDowell. Tried to feed it further, try Council, nearly walked. They say he didn't have possession. That's why the whistle didn't go. Here's Council wanting to drive to the left on Caden Boozer. Left side of the paint. Back outside, Rosario. The 3 was blocked by Evans. Now the outlet pass to Isaiah. On the attack! He throws it down with 2 hands. Timeout, Kansas! Duke out and running. We break for 30. They lead by 5. Wow, 35-30. By the way, there was so much going on. Cam Boozer had the outlet pass.
Oh, that
what
was
a pass, but Isaiah with defense and a punch.
Rifled that thing to mid-court where Isaiah caught it and took off.
Council for White, top of the key of 3. No, the rebound for Boozer. Duke flowing now. Leading by 5, looking for more. It's Evans who can't hit a 3 off the right. Man, that almost went. And B on the rebound for the Jayhawks. 2:20 to play in the half. Lobs it cross court for Council. Caden Boozer has him defensively. Off of a screen, free throw line jumper, no good. Too strong. Isaiah's got the rebound. And now Dame Sarr streaming across midcourt right to left. Trying to add to a 5-point lead. What was it? 24-18, 17-6 cents. On the left baseline, it's Gungba. Huge height advantage, trying to go inside. Pass deflected, came back to him. Evans has it now. Got airborne up top. Sarr 3. No, Gungba got a hand on the rebound. It's still loose, and now Kansas has it with Council. Across midcourt, 1:45 to play in the half. 35-30. Rosario, a little ball fake on the right, and he's grabbed by Caden Boozer on the way by, and that'll be the first on Caden Boozer. Not a bad foul, 6 on the team, and it probably prevented a layup as Rosario had a step.
Kansas has not scored in the last couple of moments as Duke has opened up the 5-point lead. In fact, they've missed 9 of their last 10 shots.
And it'll be Kansas inbounding on the baseline to our right. Looks to be Council be the inbounder. Gungla's going to get a breather, and Brown back into the ball game, as is Nicholas Hamenya. Evans, Cameron Boozer, and Caden Boozer all stay. Off the inbound, they lob it up top. And Mbia over to the left now. Dawson further to the right, and Council swings it high. Comes off with a screen set by Mbia. Now back up top, Dawson, and over to the left and White. Half the shot clock is gone. White on the drive. Righty scoop off the window. No. Brown's got the rebound, and he's fouled. Mbia knocked him to the deck. As they were battling inside, we'll walk to the other end, and Malik Brown will shoot 2 on the 10th team foul on Kansas. And it gives us a chance to tell you that Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. We appreciate those of you listening to us tonight on SiriusXM Satellite Radio, channel 193, or across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network, your favorite affiliate, or the Varsity Network app. So many ways to stay in touch these days. Roth and I normally do it over Snapchat, as the first free throw for Brown is no good. One more to come.
I would say, what's that? But okay. I have been impressed with the Blue Devils rebounding here as of late, especially on the defensive end. Kansas has missed 20 shots, and the Blue Devils have got the defensive rebound on those 16 of the 20.
1 out of 2 for Brown at the line. And the lead is 6, 36-30, under 90 seconds to play in the half. The Blue Devils on a 12-2 push over the last 4 minutes. Dawson has it now. Sends it over to left and White. He'll hand it off for Rosario. Now a chest pass to the right, finds Council. 15 to shoot. Dawson another touch. Wild looking 3 is short, and the rebound for Cameron Boozer. And now off to his brother Caden in front of the Blue Devil bench, and they'll calm it down as we approach a minute to play in the half. Caden off of the screen set by Brown. Fed it back to him at the free throw line to the left. It's Evans. Candid 3. Hamenya there to clean it up. Floating to put it off the window. He's got 4, and the lead grows to 8. 38-30. 45 seconds to play in the half. Council dancing with Boozer to the left. Back up top, it's Council. Steps to the right, can't shoot over Brown. Around the perimeter for White on the left. Trying to drive Hamenya. Can't get by. Back up top, it's Dawson. Got airborne, fed White a 3 up top. Good. Trey White with a big-time half for Kansas. He's got 15, and they're back within 5. And they desperately needed that bucket.
Ends an 8-0 run by the Blue Devils.
Shot clock off. See if Duke can add to this 5-point lead before halftime. 13 seconds to play in it. Cameron Boozer holding up top. 10 seconds now. Looks to the right, a screen from Evans. Feeds it to him on the left for 3. Got it! Isaiah Evans showing off in the Garden. And the lead is 8 at halftime. And that was from 35 feet in your eye hole from number 3.
Isaiah Evans puts the finishing touch on a great second half of the first half for the Blue Devils, trailing by 6 early, but a great run of 16-2 down the stretch to take the lead.
He's the only one in double figures. He's got 11 of the 41. And we arrive at halftime with Duke up by 8, 41-33 coming up. Trip Hurd with a check of the scoreboard. All the first half highlights, and then John Roth will be back with a look at the first half stats. We've reached the break here at Madison Square Garden. It's Duke 41 and Kansas 33.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge.
Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Blue Devil Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC in the top 25, and preview the second half. The Blue Devil Halftime Report starts now.
Duke on top at the half. They lead Kansas 41-33. Before we jump into the first half recap, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to Duke basketball on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield. Trip Hurd with you back inside the network studios. Time for a look back at some of the big plays from the first 20 minutes. Caleb Foster, one guy we know who loves the Champions Classic. He's had some big moments in this spot for the Blue Devils, trying to kickstart the Duke offense early on in this one.
Looking inside, not there. Puts it on the deck, shovels it to the left. Boozer thought about a 3, 10 to shoot. Still thinking about it. That Dame Sarr. Looking inside, not there. Caleb's open in the corner and hits a 3 off the left. Something about Caleb Foster, the Champions Classic. He strokes a 3, and Duke has the lead 10-8.
Isaiah Evans had an early 3 as well, keeping Duke close early on, and he helped out with a nice drive to the bucket here.
Comes off a couple of screens, bodied up, fought through it, looking for space. Thinking about 3 instead, he'll drive White. Got inside, took the contact, count it, and he'll do it the old-fashioned way. How about that drive for Isaiah Evans, and he's got a free throw coming as well.
Duke trailed for the majority of the first half. Point guard Caleb Foster doing his part early on. They just kind of kept on staying within striking distance. Here's him attacking the rim again.
And here comes Caleb Foster across midcourt, trailing by 4. Caleb into the paint, weaving through traffic, got all the way inside, high off the window and in. Caleb Foster has 5, and this time it's Bill Self who wants a break.
At the 4:16 mark, Duke grabbed the lead back for the first time since the score was 10-8 early on a Darren Harris trip to the free throw line. That made the score 30-28. Duke slowly starting to take control that last 5 minutes of the first half, and they got a showtime fast break from Isaiah Evans.
Weaving to the right, McDowell. Tried to feed it further, tried Council, nearly walked. They say he didn't have possession. That's why the whistle didn't go. Here's Council wanting to drive to the left on Caden Boozer. Left side of the paint. Back outside, Rosario. The 3 was blocked by Evans. Now the outlet pass to Isaiah. On the attack! He throws it down with 2 hands. Timeout, Kansas. Duke out and running. We break for 30. They lead by 5.
That bucket made it 35-30 in favor of the Blue Devils, and Evans wasn't done quite yet.
10 seconds now. Looks to the right, a screen from Evans. Feeds it to him on the left for 3. Got it! Isaiah Evans showing off in the Garden, and the lead is 8 at halftime. And that was from 35 feet in your eye hole from number 3.
How about that from David Shoemate? We'll take one more break here, come back with a look at scores from across college basketball That's coming up next here on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift, it lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Bo time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you can say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
Back inside the network studios for a quick look at scores from the ACC. We've had 5 finals come through now. North Carolina a winner tonight. They defeat Navy 73-61 in Chapel Hill. Down in Tallahassee, Florida State knocks off UT Martin in the Tucker Center 87-73. The final count there. Freshman Cam Miles with 17 points to lead the Seminoles, now 3-1 on the season. And Boston College improves to 3-2 on the year with a win at home over Hampton, 63-52. The final. Sophomore Fred Payne with 14 to lead the way for the Eagles. We've had 2 more scores come across final now. Georgia Tech ekes out a 2-point win at home over Georgia Southern, 68-66. The final there. And SMU a winner tonight over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 106-60. We'll take one more break, come back, and get more halftime coverage here on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Duke leads Kansas 41-33 at halftime at Madison Square Garden tonight. The Blue Devils led in scoring in that first half by Isaiah Evans, who hit a three right before the halftime buzzer to put him into double figures with 11 so far. 7 apiece for Cameron Boozer and Pat Gongba, and 5 for Caleb Foster, 4 for Hamenya, 3 for Malik Brown, and 2 for Dame Sarr and Darren Harris, a total of 41 on 47% shooting. On the other side, Trey White's been the leader for Kansas with 15 points, and they had 38% shooting to get their 33 points. Cam Boozer, 4 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with his 7 points. Overall, the two teams from three-point line, Duke 3 out of 13, and Kansas 2 out of 11. Only 3 turnovers for the Jayhawks in that first half, and only 6 for the Blue Devils. So, Blue Devils finished the half on a 17-5 push. They're up with their largest margin of the game so far at 8, and we've got 20 minutes to go. We'll have it for you when we continue in just a moment. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Oh my goodness!
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
This is Blue Devil Basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable, and we can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Back here at Madison Square Garden, the Blue Devils lead it by 8, 41-33, equaling their largest lead of a first half that they closed on a 17-5 run. really turned the wick up defensively in the second half of that first half, and Isaiah Evans did his thing. 11 points on this big stage, 4 of 8 from the field, a couple of threes, a monster dunk, and one opportunity. Isaiah did a little bit of everything in those first 20 minutes, and now John Shire's group will go back to work, looking to start the season with a 5th consecutive win. Of course, this is the second game of the doubleheader here tonight, the Champions Classic, and the first one, maybe not a surprise that Michigan State won. Kentucky's been dealing with some injury issues, but certainly a surprise the way it went down. Michigan State thumped the Wildcats 83-66, led by 17 at halftime, and were never really threatened in the second half. Of course, the Blue Devils will get Michigan State coming up on Saturday, December 6th. Taking on number 17 up in East Lansing at noon. A run of 3 consecutive ranked opponents beginning Thanksgiving week in Chicago against Arkansas. That's number 20, the number 21 team in the country. Florida, after that, at home, the ACC-SEC Challenge. Florida's number 10, of course, the defending national champs. And then the 17th ranked Spartans. Ho-hum. Still 2 more ranked teams left on the non-conference slate after that in Texas Tech and Michigan. A ranked opponent here tonight, the Blue Devils number 5 taking on number 24 Kansas, and the Jayhawks will have the basketball to start the second half. We're going to watch the Blue Devils go left to right here in the second stanza as we see things on the mezzanine level here at the Garden across from the team benches. Starters back out there, Foster, Evans, Sarr, Boozer, and Gungba, and for Kansas, the starters as well. Actually, no, it's weak. Jaden Dawson's going to start the second half opposite Melvin Council. Trey White is out there as well. Flory Bidunga and Bryson Tiller. Bidunga, their best player without Darren Peterson playing here tonight, the freshman who's been injured. Bidunga sat the final 6:40 the first half with 2 fouls. He's trying to get post position on Gungba inside. He's got it down low underneath the hoop. Takes a bounce. Now he's underneath the hoop trying to step through and score. Oh, he dunked it. Wow, an athletic finish for Flory Bidunga, and he brings Kansas back within 6.
He's now in double figures with 10.
You see a little bit of his speed and athleticism there, getting that one down. Found an angle and punched it. Foster bouncing across court. Gungba's got it now. Sends it over to the right, and Isaiah Evans. Double team comes at him. Over to left, Caleb Foster now. Quick first step. Whistle and reach and foul is going to be ticketed on Kansas, and that's on Dawson, and that's his first. Looking down to the Kansas bench, Cole Rosario is on it, so it doesn't appear to be any sort of an injury issue with him. Had 2 points in the first half. He started tonight. He started all 5 games for them this season. Dame Sarr with it now, looking inside. Cameron Boozer catches on the right baseline. Here's a double team. Found a cutter and Gungba. Couldn't handle it cleanly initially. Pass tipped out to Evans. Now Sarr. Little ball fake and a drive. Dame got inside. Found Gungba to punch it down.
It would have been easy for Sarr to just finish that shot, but making a pass ahead to his teammate for a better shot.
43-35, the lead back to 8, a minute into the second half. Dawson, cross court. White now has it on the left, further to the left, and Tiller looking inside for Bidunga. He and Gungba in a wrestling match, and Pat's going to pick up his second foul.
So Gungba with 2 and Bidunga with 2 as well. Early here in the second half.
Foster and Gungba, the 2 with 2 for the Blue Devils. White, Bidunga, and Tiller each with 2 for Kansas. And the Jayhawks will inbound left baseline, left side of the hoop. Waiting to get it in. Having a hard time. Council just lobs it up, and it's caught by Bidunga. Now hands it back to Council. Wants to drive, shoveled it off up top. White, a handoff. Dawson now. Jaden Dawson. Fed it for Bidunga. They're running the weave. Council has it. Kicks to the right corner. Little ball faking a drive, and it's Dawson from 15. Good on the jumper on the right. Jaden Dawson now has 5, and Kansas is back within 6. 43-37 with 18:30 to go. Cam Boozer now at the top of the key. To the right, there's Evans. Had 11 in the first half. Back for Cam. He'll take a 3. A rainbow that's good up top. Cameron Boozer into double figures. And the lead grows to 9, as big as it's been all night.
His first 3 and the Blue Devils' 4th of the night.
Kansas nearly lost it up top with Tiller. Sarr still trying to poke it loose. Council between the legs with a dribble, fed it inside. Tiller had positions. Evans nearly knocked it loose. Then he fell down. They're trying to scrap, and Gungba dug it out. Here comes Isaiah, left to right in transition. 3-on-3, going to wait for help. Inside it goes, and Boozer back outside to the corner. Sarr's open, and he can't hit a 3. The rebound for White in Kansas, but you love the ball movement. Across midcourt, Council, a crossover got by Evans and a dunk. For Melvin Council, he's got 5, 46-39. Duke by 7 with 17:35 to go.
And he just turned on the Jets once he got past Evans.
Plenty of speed on both ends of the floor. Cameron Boozer looking inside. Evans came free. Put it up, took the contact, and he'll shoot two. We'll see who gets ticketed. I think that is going to be on Jaden Dawson, and that'll be his second. And as the Blue Devils head to the line, we remind you that Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in tonight's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local college food pantry or food bank. And Isaiah's first is good. He's now made both of his free throws here tonight. He's only missed 2 all season. The elite free throw shooter, the sophomore out of Fayetteville. Trying to build the lead back to 9. On the way. And good. He's got 13 now. He and Boozer, the two in double figures. 48-39 with 17:20 to go. Council for Kansas. Sends it to the left. There's Trey White. Had 15 in the first half. Sends it over to the right, and Jaden Dawson. Now back to the left. Council. Everything happening on the perimeter. White gets a touch. Looking inside. They can't get it to Badunga because Gungba's denying that. Badunga comes out to set a screen. Gungba switches on to Council. 5 to shoot. Inside it goes. Badunga on Boozer. Steps through and lays it in. Cam didn't want to pick up the foul, and Flory Badunga's got 12. 48-41. 16:50 to go. Cam for Foster. Looking to the left. Evans comes off of the screen. Instead, Cameron Boozer has it now. Looking up top. Isaiah's got it again. One-on-one with Dawson. Drifts to the left. They run a double team at him. He'll turn the corner anyway. Get inside. Kick to the corner. Sarr 3. Good! Isaiah Evans the assist. And for the first time tonight, a double-digit lead.
2 big threes for the Blue Devils here in the second half have helped them take this 10-point margin.
51-41. Badunga inside on Gungba. Spinning. Forced it, I should say. High off the backboard and out to Evans. Across midcourt, it's Boozer to the right corner. Foster. Short on a 3. Offensive rebound. Sorry, he's hacked. And you hope that he's okay. Looks to be all right. We'll see who the foul's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Dawson, and that'll be his third.
Yeah, Sarr came crashing in to get an offensive rebound and was just clobbered from behind.
No intent, but doesn't make it feel any better. Still a pretty hard hit. Third team foul on Kansas here in the second half. By the way, Malik Brown's into the ball game for the first time in the second half. Patrick Gungba's going to get a breather. As the Bulls get it in for Boozer along the left baseline. Holds it high on Tiller. Knock loose. Cam got it back. Going to work in the paint. Steps through, spins to the left, steps through again. Off the window, no. Trying to get his own rebound, and Kansas has it with Tiller. And then they throw it away. Trying the outlet pass for Council. It's out of bounds, and Duke will have it back when we come back. 15:56 to go. It's Duke by 10, 51-41.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your VIC card on your favorite products, fresh produce, Harris Teeter app, and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
15:56 to go in this one. Duke by 10, 51-41. They trailed by as many as 6 in that first half. The last time was when it was 26-20, and then the Blue Devils closed the half on a heck of a push. 21-7 if you look at it from that perspective. And they've added 2 more to the run here in the second half, outscoring Kansas 10-8 at the outset of the second stanza to build a 10-point lead, 51-41, as they look to get to 5-0 on the season. They'll return home this weekend for consecutive home games. Niagara and Howard, part of the Brotherhood run. Greg Paulus and company will be inside Cameron Indoor Stadium on Friday night. They dropped one at Lemoyne last night up in Syracuse. They're 2-2 on the year. Paulus, of course, played at Duke from 2005 to 2009. 3-year starter, 2-time captain. A couple of ACC titles, a couple years played with the current head coach of the Blue Devils.
And then on Sunday, Howard comes in, and they're coached by Kenny Blakeney, who played for the Blue Devils back in the 1990s, and he's done such a great job with that Howard program and really trying to boost them in the nation's capital. And he'll be bringing his team into Cameron on Sunday for a 4 o'clock game. And in Tyler Thornton, the first-year assistant coach for the Blue Devils, has just spent 6 years on Blakeney's staff at Howard before he came back to Duke for this season.
By the way, soak it in, John Rolfe. Those 2 games, that'll equal the largest homestand of the season. 3 times this year, the Blue Devils will play consecutive home games, and that's it.
Okay, we'll enjoy it.
You won't enjoy the middle day in between those 2. Well,
I hope to enjoy the
you won't enjoy the scenery, I should say.
I'd say I hope to enjoy the day.
As the Blue Devils head to Chapel Hill. I know you'll have the edge to you for that entire game.
I know, you know.
Battle for the victory bell, 3:30 kick for that one. As Manny Diaz's bunch looks to get to bowl eligibility for a 4th consecutive season with a win over the Tar Heels. 10-point lead here, 51-41. Off to the right, Caleb Foster now off of a screen set by Brown. Looking inside, not there. Over to the left, Isaiah Evans going to work on the drive, steps through, put it up. Couldn't get it to go. Brown got a hand on the rebound, but it's out of bounds and over to Kansas.
Isaiah aggressively looking for the drive to the basket that time. Just couldn't get it to go.
Kansas goes back to work across midcourt. Looking inside, Tiller's not open. Feeds it to him anyway. Sarr there defensively. Sends it back to the right. Council had to reach the hand high to claim it. Brown nearly took it away out near midcourt. 13 to shoot. On the right, it's White for 3, and he is having himself a ball game. Trey White has 18, and he brings Kansas back within 7, 51-44.
Yeah, Kansas has hit 5 of its 6 shots here in the second half, but the Blue Devils have kept them at bay with those 3-pointers.
Nearly 5 minutes gone in the second stanza. Here's Dame Sarr now. Looking inside, there's Cameron Boozer. Has it right side of the paint. Faces up. Going to work on Tiller. Backs him down. Steps through. Fades away. Off the window. Didn't get the roll. Tiller the rebound for Kansas. Across midcourt come the Jayhawks, trailing by 7. Council spinning to the left. Leaves it off for White. Bounces one up top. Bidunga. A couple dribbles to the right. Trying to go back door. It went out of bounds. A turnover for the Jayhawks is their 6th. Just not on the same page with Tiller. As we see Nicholas Hamenya come back into the ballgame, as does Caden Boozer.
Hamenya had a really big play in the first half finishing run. The Blue Devils had that final push to take the lead at the half when he really just came crashing in from the perimeter for an offensive rebound putback that gave them that 8-point lead.
Caden Boozer, the freshman out of Miami, will bring it across midcourt. Send it up top for Malik Brown. Looking back door, waiting, dribbles to the right, back door. Oh, nice feed to Hamenya. Couldn't handle it cleanly, able to save it though. And now back up top, Caden Boozer knocks down a 3. His first field goal builds a lead back to 10.
Blue Devils now 3 out of 5 from 3 in this half.
And then he picks up a foul at the other end, trying to deny the driving lane for Council. That'll be the 2nd for Caden Boozer. Think about all the memories here at the Champions Classic in year number 15. They were showing video clips here earlier. We all remember being in Chicago when Grayson Allen in 2017, I think it was, put in 37.
I think that's still the record for scoring in this event.
Of course, there was that shellacking in Indianapolis that Zion Williamson Company put on Kentucky. His inside goes Tiller, blocked from behind by Boozer, but a foul's going to be called, and that'll be the first on Cameron.
Yeah, that was the very next year. I think R.J. Barrett was in the 30-33 maybe to lead the way in that game, along with Zion and Cam Reddish, all 3. And that was the season opener, those 3 freshmen, and just laid it on Kentucky by 30.
Good vibes, and to bring it full circle, those 2 seasons, the last time the Blue Devils won consecutive games against the Tar Heels in football. See, bring it. They can do it again this year.
Wow, okay. Tying it all together.
That was when Daniel Jones and company were at the helm. As the first free throw here for Kansas is good out of the arms of Tiller. How cool was it to have Daniel back on campus over the weekend?
That was great. He was at the Duke-Virginia game, and we got to spend some time with him in our pregame show, and it was just great to see him. What a great year he's having for the Indianapolis Colts after spending his first few years in New York.
And of course, the Jones family roots spread into the basketball program when Bates Jones was here for a few years. As the second free throw for Tiller is good.
And then their other sister, Ruthie, star for the women's soccer team at goalie.
54-46. Duke by 8. Foul on Kansas. Reaching in up top. Is that Bidunga picking up a third? It is. Silly, too, at the top of the key. Well away from the rim. That's the third on Kansas's big guy inside. 13:57 to go. Duke by 8, 54-46. Haminya sends it up top for Caden Boozer. Off of the screen to the left. Caden steps through, kicks to the corner. Haminya now looking inside. Malik Brown has it. Whips it cross court. What a find to Boozer. Can't hit a three, though. Malik trying to get the rebound, but Kansas has it. It's Bidunga across midcourt. Brown nearly knocked it loose, but he got it back. Here's Tway right on the right. Comes off of the screen, fed it to the left. Council into the corner. Tiller a three. Can't hit it. The rebound tap. No, tapped out. And Kansas can't corral it. Brown to the deck, ripped it away. And now a chance to run. It's 3-on-2. Caden to the left. Haminya three. No, it's short. An offensive rebound. Cameron Boozer threw a double team, went up, got it blocked. The rebound fought for. Kansas has it. Across midcourt, 8-point ball game. Duke 54, Kansas 46. We approach 13 minutes to play. Council sends it to the right and Trey White. A jab step and a drive. Into the paint, flipped it up, off the underside of the backboard, got it back, fed it to Bidunga. And now Haminya there defensively. Tiller to the left, Council. Waiting, looking for a screen. Evans has him on a switch. Drives the baseline, put the shoulder into him. They're going to count that and call a foul on Isaiah Evans. That'll be his first, and Council trying to complete the three-point play.
Trying to drive around Isaiah and got just a little bit of a touch on the shoulder as he made his move.
I know Isaiah wasn't in the best defensive position, but Council really initiated all of the contact. That's one, John Roth, from my perspective, you'd love to see let go.
Yeah, you don't need to necessarily call it offensively. That's just not a foul. But
right?
Yeah.
Like it just. Yeah. But they did call it. And now Kansas has a chance to get back within 5. It does feel like in the middle portion of the ballgame, particularly late in the first half, early in the second, the Blue Devils had established some measure of control. But you look up and it's down to a two-possession game, and Kansas might be back within 5 if Council hits the free throw.
I think it's important to remember that Kansas, obviously one of the top programs in the country, even though they're playing without their best freshman star scorer in Darren Peterson, they got a lot of pride, and it's a prideful group out there. They're down by 10, and that doesn't feel good to Kansas.
They've trimmed it to 5. Full court pressure. Caden Boozer breaks it on the right sideline. 54-49, 12:43 to go. Caden at the center court logo. Out there with Harris, Gungba, Brown, and Haminya. Brown's got it now. Looking to the right, feeds Patrick Gungba. Holding at the top of the key. Waits, sends it to the right, and Caden Boozer. 10 to shoot. Off of a screen, Caden on the drive. Into the paint, steps through, and scores. Forced it up there with the right hand, and he's got 5. He is not scared of going inside and mixing it up and has the skill to finish in tight space.
Nice finish.
56-49, 12-10 to go. The Duke faithful making some noise now. Rosario's out there for Kansas, whipped it inside, kicked by Gungba. So the shot clock will stay at 21 with 12:05 to go. And Kansas will inbound left sideline. As you said, they've been shooting the ball well here in the second half, 6 of 10. Council gets it in for Dawson, and now Council again. Waiting between the legs with a dribble, trying to drive Caden Boozer. Righty push shot is good. So Melvin Council's into double figures. He's got 10. Kansas back within 5. 56-51, 11:50 to go.
Chipping away.
Oh, what a screen in backcourt for Brown. He knocked Council to the deck. And now here's Caden Boozer. Drifts to the right. Gets the screen from Gungba to the left. Caden on the drive. Got inside. Led it. Took it himself and scored. I thought for a moment he was going to feed it to Gungba, but Caden said, I'll do it all. He's got 7.
They've all been here in the second half.
58-51, 11:25 to go. Council up top to the left, Rosario, and now White has it in the left corner. A bounce pass to the baseline. Tiller, cross court. Rosario, 3 on the right. No, the rebound for Gungba. A chance to add to a 7-point lead as we approach 11 minutes to play. Caden Boozer across midcourt. Let's go Duke is the chant here at the Garden. Caden to the left, Harris into the corner, Brown. In front of his own bench, picked up his dribble, found Gungba at the free throw line. Pat, 9 to shoot. Looking to the right, a handoff for Harris. How about a 3? It's whirled off, and the rebound for Kansas and Trey White. Good look, though. 58-51, 10:40 to go. White up top, Council. Trying to go to work on Hamenya. Drives him, righty scoop, laid it in. Council's got 12, 9 of them here in the second half. And Kansas is back within 5, 58-53 with 10:26 to go.
Council's been a real leader for them. The 12 points as well as 5 assists here.
And now the Kansas fans have come to their feet. Caden Boozer with 10:17 to go brings it across midcourt. See if he can find yet another answer here in the second half. Bounces one up top for Gungba. Faces up. Pat looks to the left. Dribbles that way. Backdoor. It's Brown to throw it down. What a find from Patrick Gungba. And the lead back to 7. Some of the best passing bigs in the country. In the right corner, Rosario, a baseline drive. Fed it back up top. A 3 from Tiller. Won't go. The rebound for Hamenya, and he's fouled. Rosario hacked him, and that's going to chase us to a timeout. 9:45 to go. It's Duke 60 and Kansas 53.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Door. Oh, nice feed to Hamenya. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Able to save it, though. And now back up top. Caden Boozer knocks down a 3. His first field goal builds a lead back to 10.
Caden Boozer with a good second half for the Blue Devils. 7 points, including that 3 and a couple of 2s inside, and has helped this Blue Devil team maintain the margin. They're up 60-53 with 9:45 to go. You know, in the first half, Caden was the only Blue Devil who did not score, but he led the team in plus-minus in the half with plus 11 when he was on the floor. Now in the second half, he's added his own scoring into what the team's doing, and the Blue Devils hold a 7-point margin with 9:45 to go here at Madison Square Garden.
And as we get back to action, we remind you that Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for groceries. You just heard from John Roth. I'm David Shoemate. John Rose is our producer and engineer. Trip Hurd hanging out back inside our network studios. Busy week on the network. Tomorrow night, at the Washington Golf Club. Talk a little football with head coach Manny Diaz. Talking about that matchup with Carolina, battle for the victory bell. That'll be at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday night, we'll make our way into Cameron Indoor Stadium to take on Niagara, the Blue Devils. That'll tip at 7. Pregame coverage at 5:30. Saturday over to Chapel Hill. A little football with Carolina. 3:30 kick for that one. 2:30 pregame coverage. Sunday back at home. 4 o'clock tip with Howard. Pregame coverage gets underway at 2:30. And we'll wrap it all up on Monday night back at the Washington Golf Club for the Duke Basketball Radio Show. The Fast Break with head coach John Shire, Monday, November 24th. Of course, we're with you throughout the season. You can catch the show live on WRAL News Plus, 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh, and on the Buzz, 620 AM and 104.5 FM and across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network. Duke with it out of the timeout, leading by 7. On the left, it's Gungba. A handoff for Isaiah Evans. Faces up. Oh, man. Offensive foul. They say Gungba moved on the screen. And that'll be his third. Did you write all that down, John Roth? I expect you at every one of those events over the next week.
I got it in my memory. Yes, we'll see how long that lasts. But, yes, I got it.
And then we'll head off to Chicago for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Dawson for Kansas. Drifts to the right, into the corner, Rosario. Looking inside for Bidunga. Man, Gungba denying that, but they're going to call him for a foul. And unfortunately for Pat, that's 4 with 9:18 to go.
It's been a battle, particularly in the second half in there between Gungba and Bidunga.
The good news is Brown and Boozer each only with 1. So Pat will have a seat with 9:18 to go. If you're looking at the interior foul trouble.
And he's had a good line in this game. 3 for 3 shooting, plus 6 rebounds.
Here's Tiller for Kansas trying to drive Evans. Spins, steps through, forced it up, and couldn't hit. Oh, Rosario there to punch it home on the putback. He's got 4. Kansas back within 5, 60-55, 9:05 to go.
They've drawn within 5 several times here during the middle portion of the half. The Blue Devils have answered each time.
See if Isaiah can do that. He's got it on the right. Bounces one for Cam Boozer on the baseline. Faces up on Tiller. Cross court, wide open Sarr. In the left corner, can't hit a 3. Boozer, the offensive rebound, goes back up. Count it! And he's fouled! Showing off the power inside. And he's got a free throw coming as well. And that'll be 3 on Tiller.
Second chance points for the Blue Devils from Cameron Boozer. And now a chance for the three-point play.
He's got 12, and there's that answer you talked about just as quickly as Kansas got it to 5. A chance to build it back to 8. 6-team foul on the Jayhawks. So both teams with 6 now. So 1 and 1 on common fouls with 8:49 to go on either end. And Cameron's free throw rimmed off. The rebound for Tiller in Kansas. The Blue Devils 12 of 17 at the line. The Jayhawks 8 out of 9. Council looking inside for Bidunga. He and Brown battling now. Up top it comes to Rosario. To the right corner, Tiller gets a touch. Back up top. It's Council off of Bidunga screen. Brown crashes at him. Council trying to go to work. A lob inside. Bidunga catches down low. Double team goes up. Blocked by Boozer, but a foul is called. And they're going to ticket it to Cam Boozer, I believe. And that'll be his second.
But Kansas wisely looking to hit Bidunga inside when Malik Brown went outside to challenge out on the perimeter. For a couple of seconds, he was left open, and Kansas went right to him.
Bidunga, 83% at the line this year. These will be his first attempts of the ball game as we see Caleb Foster set to check back in after the first. And now we're ready. Left-handed free throw shooter. Very deliberately works his way through his process, puts it up, and missed it. Just his third miss of the season, as now Caden Boozer will come out and Caleb Foster will return. So one more to come for the sophomore out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. On the way. Missed them both, and the rebound for Cameron Boozer. So chance to add to a 7-point lead. Caleb Foster across midcourt. Drifts to the left. Bounces one to the baseline. Cameron fed up Cutter and Brown. Oh, man, he had Sarr on the baseline, but he couldn't catch it cleanly, and the Blue Devils turn it over for just the 8th time tonight. And that was going to be a dunk. He had a step on Rosario, and Isaiah Evans knew it as well.
Quick touch pass by Malik Brown, and Sarr just couldn't quite get it cleanly.
So across midcourt, Kansas, 62-55. It's Council trying to cross over on Foster. Back up top, Bidunga. Now further to the right, and Tiller. Council, another touch. Wants to drive Foster. Got to the baseline. Couldn't turn the corner, though. 15 to shoot. Bidunga to the left. Tiller now. Trying to drive Evans. Got inside, bobbled it, got it back, stepped through, and laid it in. So Tiller's got 6, and Kansas is back within 5 again. 62-57 with 7:45 to go.
Kansas continuing to find success when they go inside.
Foster bounces one for Brown. Looking to the right. Waiting, dribbles that way. Trying the handoff for Evans, denied by Council to the left. Cameron Boozer now thinking about a three. Holds it high, fed it to Sarr. A baseline drive, put it up, and he'll shoot two. We'll see who picks up the foul. It's going to be 4 on somebody. And it's on Bidunga. And that's his 4th. Let's take a break. 7:28 to go. Duke by 5, 62-57.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift. It lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero. At your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Back here at Madison Square Garden, 7:28 to play in the second half. Duke by 5, 62-57. And Duke basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. And mea culpa on my part. John Roth just corrected me. I was thinking of all the broadcasts we have, 6 in the next 7 days, including tonight. It's actually 7 out of 8 because a week from Tuesday, Dave Harding and John Rose will be gathered over at the Washington Golf Club to talk a little football. Manny Diaz as they look ahead to Senior Day against Wake Forest. John Roth and I will be doing some deep investigative work on deep dish pizza in Chicago.
That's certain to be an investigation you don't want to miss. We'll report on it on the broadcast on Thursday night Thanksgiving. And a moment ago you were talking about some of the flashbacks of past great Champions Classics, and got me to thinking about the one back in the last time actually that Duke and Kansas played here in the Garden in the Champions Classic was the one time Duke beat them. It was 2019. That was the year that the 4 teams in here were ranked number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the poll. Like, quite a big deal. And to me, the big deal of that game was Cassius Stanley just kept throwing down fast break dunks. He just kept getting turnovers and turning them into dunks, and the Blue Devils ended up beating Kansas that day by 2.
As Dame Sarr's at the line shooting 1-1 out of the timeout with 7:28 to go, leading by 5. And the first free throw, they're going to say it was a shooting foul, so he'll get 2. One more to come. Yeah, think about that team. Obviously, there were larger concerns at the end of the season, but we'd love to see them play in the NCAA tournament. The season shut down like COVID. Justin Robinson was coming on. You mentioned Stanley. Second free throw. Good. They're playing some of their best basketball this season, too, as things wrapped up late.
And Cassius Stanley had so many of those what you call punches throughout the year. Oh, boy, did he.
That game against NC State at home.
At home, yes.
63-57. Duke by 6, 7:17 to go. The 15th edition of the Champions Classic tonight. They're taking on Kansas, looking to start the season 5-0. Kansas for Tiller. Now to the left, it's Council. A little bit of a driving lane. Couldn't get inside, though. Picked up his dribble. Fed it to Tiller. Ran over Sarr. Oh, reaching foul called. As Dame looked like maybe he picked it cleanly, but they're going to ticket him with his first foul, and this will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Tiller, who was 7 of 13 at the line this year. Got to be ready to pull a rebound. By the way, Bill Self, kind of knowing the circumstances, leaving Bidunga out there with 4 fouls for Kansas. Gungba left when he picked up his 4th with 9:18 to go, is yet to return. So 1-and-1 for the freshman out of Atlanta. Made his second career start tonight. Missed the front end. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. Blue Devils have out-rebounded Kansas by 6 now, 33-27. Caden across midcourt, looks to the left. Gets a screen from his brother Cameron, drifts that way. Bounces it for Cameron, top of the key. Faces up, jumps up from 3. Short, and the rebound for Kansas and Trey White. So the lead's still 6, 63-57. We're under 7 minutes to go. Counsel for Kansas. Working with the left-hand dribble, now the right. Between the legs, fed it to the left and Trey White. Comes off of a screen, Brown crashes at him. White between the legs, threw it inside. Dangerous pass, it came to Badunga, and he dunked it over Boozer. So Badunga has 14, and Kansas is back within 4, and that invigorates the Kansas crowd.
And that's why you're leaving him in the game right now. Try to make a move if you can.
Evans at the other end. Can't hit a 3. The rebound for Kansas. 63-59, Duke by 4, 6:13 to go. Trey White for the Jayhawks on the drive. Kicks to the right. It's Tiller on the drive. Ran over Evans. Offensive foul. And that's the 4th on Tiller. And Isaiah took the charge.
Evans taking a hard shot on that one. Got into position and then braced for the contact and got sent to the deck, but picked up the foul.
So 4 each now on Tiller and Badunga. And they'll stay out there with 6:08 to go. No shots, even though it's the 8th team foul because it's a player control foul. But a chance for the Blue Devils to add to this 4-point lead.
And the Blue Devils man with 4, Gongba, comes back in now.
It's the Boozer twins, Caden and Cameron, Gongba, Evans, and Foster. Inside, Caden came free, couldn't lay it in. Back outside for Cameron on the left. Now it's Evans, curling at the left elbow. Got inside, lobbed it up, and Gongba punched it down with the right hand, and the lead back to 6. Wow! At the other end, it's Dawson. Everybody settling back into their seats. Council found a cutter, and White up and under, reversed it home for 2. He's got 20. 65-61.
He's been quiet for a couple of moments, but yeah, up to 20 now on 7 out of 13 shooting, and their leading rebounder with 9.
Boozer on the drive, got inside, off the window, looked like a goaltend. It is. Kansas blocked it, but after it hit the backboard, and the lead back to 6. We get another look. Tiller. Actually, it's Badunga coming over, but well after it hit the window. 67-61. And the head coach of the Blue Devils calls for time. John Shire takes it. It'll extend to a full. We'll take it as well. 5:21 to go. Duke up by 6, 67-61.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Bo time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you can say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Now it's Evans curling at the left elbow. Got inside, lobbed it up, and Gongba punched it down with the right hand, and the lead back to 6. Wow! You know, sometimes wow doesn't do it justice. I mean, full extension for Gongba at 6'11" to reach up and then punch that thing. And punching, it does feel like this is a bit of a boxing match right now. Right crosses at both ends of the floor. Kansas has made their last fourth in the field, but John Roth, the Blue Devils have keep coming up with answers. And Duke holding on to this 6-point lead, 67-61. With 5:21 to go, each team now with 2 timeouts the rest of the way at 30 and a full. The Blue Devils have the possession arrow. Each team still has their challenge. But what do you want to see here for the Blue Devils in this final 5:21 as they look for a 5th straight win to start the season?
Yeah, it certainly has been punch, counter-punch, and right now we want to see the Blue Devils landing the punches. But I think it's going to have to start with them trying to withstand Kansas inside. Kansas has been able to get inside. They've got 40 points in the paint right now. If they keep going inside, they keep scoring. So I think the Blue Devils need to look for ways to shut down the basket for this Kansas team, particularly as you talked about, of course, Badunga. He's been inside quite a bit. 7 out of 9 shots in there for his 14 points. And Tiller as well a couple of times in there. So, a tough interior defense right now. And, one of the guys that can do it is Patrick Gungba, but he does have 4 fouls with the 5:21 to go.
And Kansas has most of their points in the paint tonight. 40 of the 61 have come inside. Council drifts to the left, a handoff for Tiller. And now Trey White has it. Looks like the Blue Devils have gone zone. Over to the left, it's Council. Kind of a 3-2 look. Over to the left, Kansas looks a little bit confused. Trey White, now Council again, playing catch outside. 12 to shoot to the left baseline. Badunga back to Council, forced a 3 and hit it. Wow, a contested jump shot cuts the deficit in half.
They've not shot well from 3, but they got a big one there. 4 out of 16 for the game, but they're within 3.
4:48 to go. Gungba. The lob. Boozer catches down low, goes up, got it blocked, got it back, goes back up, and around and down. Cameron Boozer has 16. The lead back to 5. 69-64 with 4:34 to go. Council for Kansas. Cross-court pass. For Dawson, now back to the left and White. To the free throw line, Tiller, a lob. Badunga catches. Gungba got a piece. Now trying to step through. Badunga forced it up. Missed it. The rebound for Caleb Foster.
A rare miss for him inside. He's been golden in this second half.
Caleb across midcourt. Feeds it up top for Cam, and now Gungba has it on the right. Cam's open on the left. Thought about a 3 instead for Caleb Foster. Waits to the top of the key. Now Gungba. 1 dribble and a handoff for Caden Boozer. 7 to shoot. He's had the hot hand in the second half. On the drive, put it up. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Kansas. The initial shot did not hit the rim. There will be 2 to shoot when we come back. 3:51 to go. Duke by 5 in the Garden. 69-64.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care, and you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Well, down the stretch we go in the Garden. 3:51 to play in the ballgame. The Blue Devils by 5, 69-64. Let's reset things for you. They've got the possession arrow. Each team now with 2 timeouts remaining, a full and a 30. Each head coach has their challenge, something to think about as well. Both teams in the single bonus. There have been 18 fouls called on either side, so 1 and 1 on the next common foul, and then we're in the double bonus for each side. There is foul trouble for the Blue Devils. Gungba has 4. Nobody else with more than 2. For Kansas, both Tiller and Badunga inside have 4, and Dawson has 3. And now, one of the best coaches in the country, if not the best, at drawing up baseline out-of-bounds plays and really coming out of timeouts. John Shire has 2 seconds to work with this 5-point lead. They're going to inbound underneath their own basket on the right baseline as we see things across on the team benches. Left side of the hoop, and we'll see what they draw up. It's Cameron Boozer, Patrick Gungba, Isaiah Evans, Caleb Foster, and Caden Boozer. And Caden is the inbounder. A slap of the basketball. Looking, waiting, looking to the left. It's Evans in the corner. And he hits a 3! Cold-blooded Isaiah Evans, and the lead is 8. And John Shire's done it again. 16 for Evans, 72-64. Council on the left, trying to answer, cannot. Isaiah tapped the rebound. Gungba's got it. And now here's Caden across midcourt. On the drive, found a cutter and Boozer outside Foster. Now here's Gungba up top. They'll slow it down with 3:15 to go. Bobbled on a handoff, but Caden Boozer has it now. Drifts to the left. On the drive, backs out, cross court. It's Foster for the dagger. Wouldn't go. Gungba got the rebound, and he's fouled. And that's it for Tiller.
Gungba had position for that offensive rebound and got held from the right side from corralling the ball. So good call, and the Blue Devils get a break there with the foul out by one of the top inside players for the Jayhawks.
And how about the fourth-year head coach? Everybody knows what Isaiah Evans can do shooting the basketball, and you get him wide open to look in the corner.
Yeah, they were looking to get Cameron Boozer had come off a screen. They were trying to hit him inside initially, but Kansas was recovered well for that, and then all of a sudden there's Isaiah in the corner off of another screen and catch and shoot, baby.
There's a phrase, I can't say it on air, but that's one of those things that's so good about these plays he draws up. You take away one option, it opens up another.
And it did that time.
And now it'll be the Blue Devils shooting 1 and 1 on the 9th team foul on Kansas. And it'll be Gungba, who's hit his free throws tonight, 3 out of 4. The team 68%, 13 of 19. And the first one is on the way, short. And the rebound for Badunga in Kansas. So 3 minutes to go at Madison Square Garden. Duke by 8, 72-64. Off a couple of screens, Council couldn't get free. Around it goes for Rosario in the right corner. Now back up top for Dawson and Council. Drifts to the left. For Badunga, left baseline. One-on-one with Gungba. A handoff for Council. No, just holding on to it. Spinning around like a top. Now finally gave it to Council. Fade away over Evans from 3. Short this time. Caleb's got the rebound. And with 2.5 minutes to go, they'll slow down the pace, leading by 8. Where is number 3? Patrolling the baseline on the left. Caden bounces one for Caleb up top. Drifts to the right. On the drive, the C's part off the window. No, but a foul on Kansas. Who's this on? It's on Council, and that's his second. Badunga was in the area, and Caleb will shoot 2.
A lot of attention has been being paid, though, to Isaiah Evans and Cameron Boozer, and Caleb Foster just needed a step to try to create something, and he found one.
Timeout, Kansas. That'll leave them with 1. We'll break for 30. 2:18 to go. Duke by 8, 72-64.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift. Let some dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds and winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
A slap of the basketball. Looking, waiting, looking to the left. It's Evans in the corner. And he hits a 3! Cold-blooded Isaiah Evans. And the lead is 8. And John Shire's done it again. 16 for Evans, 72-64. What a play call for the head coach with only 2 to shoot. Coming out of that timeout, the under 4 media timeout. And it set the tone for this stretch run that has seen the Blue Devils lead by 8 now with 2:18 to go. And now Caleb Foster shooting 2, a chance to build the lead back to 10 if he makes them both. And the first one is a little bit short. Not the only thing that hasn't gone quite right tonight. 13 of 21 at the free throw line.
Yeah, 8 points left off the board at the line. Kansas is 8 out of 12. They've left a couple off.
Second one for Caleb is good. His first point of the second half gives him 6 on the night. Business not closed yet. Up by 9, 73-64 with 2:14 to go. Rosario and Council. Kansas does have to go quickly, though. On the left, it's Dawson. Can't shoot over Boozer. Knocked loose, got it back. Now Cameron Boozer has him on a switch. Bidunga up top. Crossing over once, twice. Fed it to the right and Council. Now Council. Chase back to midcourt to the right. Rosario 3. No, the rebound for Caleb Foster. We're under 2 minutes to go. Duke by 9 here in the Garden. And now the Duke faithful come to their feet. Caleb on the left. Waiting with a right-hand dribble. Now Caden Boozer has it. Off of a screen set by Cam. Fed it back to him. Down the lane to lay it in. And the lead grows to 11. Biggest of the night with 90 seconds to go. And he's got 18. Up top, Bidunga. Over to the right, it's Trey White. Between the legs, trying to shake Caden Boozer. Knocked loose, taken away. A theft for Caden Boozer, and here comes Foster across midcourt, leading by 11. 1:10 to go. The Blue Devils starting to sense it. It will be their 9th win of the Champions Classic in the 15th year of the event. Into the final minute now. Caleb on the drive, into the paint, steps through, and he's fouled on the way through, and he'll shoot 2. I think it's going to be on Rosario. It is, and that's his second. They certainly were tested tonight, but they've scored the last 8 after Kansas had cut it to 3 on that Council 3 that made it 67-64, but they've locked it down. Kansas hasn't scored in more than 4 minutes, and now Caleb Foster at the line to shoot 2. And the first free throw is short again. The Littles have certainly left some points at the charity stripe. Second opportunity could build the lead to 12. On the way. That one's good. 7 for Caleb, 76-64, 54 seconds to go. It'll be their 9th win all time against the Jayhawks in 16 tries. Council sends it to the right. Dawson steps to the left, hoists a 3. Wouldn't go. The rebound tapped by White, and a foul on the Blue Devils with 41.6 to go. And the foul will be on Caden Boozer. That'll be his 3rd. And Kansas will shoot 1-1 on the 9th team foul. Or will they say that was a shooting foul? The officials are talking about it. The huddle at the free throw line for the Jayhawks, and they're going to say what? Not a shooting foul, so 1-1 for Trey White. White had 15 at halftime, only 5 here in the second half. And the right-handed free throw shooter got the first one. His 21 leads 3 in double figures for Kansas. As back into the ball game comes Elmarco Jackson. And Rosario will leave. 76-65. By the way, that free throw snaps a 9-0 run for the Blue Devils. One more for White. On the way. Got them both. Don't think Kansas is going to foul down by 10 with 41.6 to go, but we'll see. Cameron Boozer trying to get it in, has timeouts if he needs to. Instead, just lobs it to midcourt. Gungba the catch, and a foul on White for Kansas. I don't think he wanted to give that foul, but he did grab him around the waist. And we'll walk to the other end to see Patrick Gungba shoot 2. In double figures for the 4th time in 5 games this season. The sophomore out of Manassas, Virginia, had to battle inside, dealing with Bidunga. And the right-handed free throw shooter knocks down the first. 12 for Pat, including now 4 and a 6 at the line. See if he can build it back to 12. On the way. Got them both. 78-66. 35 seconds to go. Council sends it over to the right. Now Council again to the left. Dawson a three. No, the rebound claimed by Cameron Boozer, and that'll be all. It's a double-double for him, 18 and 10. And the final 22 seconds will melt off this clock at Madison Square Garden. And the Blue Devils are going to pick up their 9th win in the Champions Classic. It'll be their 5th consecutive win to start the season. They had to fight tonight, but they got it done. 78-66, the final score. Isaiah Evans, one dagger after another. Hit one before halftime, and then hit one coming out of a timeout late, deep in the left corner in front of his own bench. He finished with 16 in the ball game, including 3 threes. Cameron Boozer, 18 and 10. Gungba, 13 and 7. And in the end, they won it by 12. 78-66 is the final score. We'll take a break. Our postgame show is headed your way next.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do